welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Brightwell alongside Kevin Robinson. And Coach, we haven't had a chance to catch up with you the last couple of weeks since you were able to host that first track meet over the new track and field facility, and your team came out pretty well. A lot of great individual performance at the Memphis Invitational.
Yeah, it was good to be able to host a meet again. It was awesome to be able to host on our new track and be able to kind of display our new facility. And we got a lot of positive feedback from all the coaches and teams that came and participated. They loved the facility. The weather was not as cooperative as we had hoped for, but all in all, I think it was a success, and we're looking forward to building a major invitational in the future there.
You got to get that first one under your belt, and it's a chance for you to see how that track and field operates from a logistical standpoint of moving people around. So I guess it would turn out pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it is set up a lot differently than the old facility, so we had to make a lot of changes to the schedule to accommodate the changes in the field event venues. So I think we did a pretty good job with the management of the field events. Everything on the track was super smooth. But I think all in all, for the first meet on that facility, we got a good feeling for the flow, the athlete flow, and how the coaches need to be able to bounce around to deal with their specific events. So I think it was a success. We got to work out a few kinks here and there, but all in all, successful weekend, Jeff.
Well, you take a look at your performances; they were pretty good. And let me just run through some of your first place finishes here. LaForest Church, a win in the 400 meter, in the 1500 meter, James Maglasing. You come back, Giorgio Linwood got the high jump in the pole vault. Pauls Puhats, Jillian White picked up a win in the triple jump, and Yannick Shaley in the shot put. So a lot of great individual outings.
Yeah, I think on the men's side there, you mentioned quite a few guys that stepped up and won their events. That group of men, they're kind of our go-to guys. Paul's broke the school record there in the outdoor vault. First time he jumped outdoor all year for us. So obviously he's prepared to step up and do very well. Yannick has been throwing well. Those throwers are kind of under a pretty substantial weightlifting load at the moment, so I would expect them to continue to improve as the season progresses. But the progression right now is quite nice. I feel like they're doing a great job. LaForest is a young freshman. He's a go-getter. He's a great competitor. He loves to race. He does his best when he has the opportunity to catch somebody, and it's always fun to see him because he's got another gear when he needs to run somebody down. So, things are going pretty well in the men's group. We just got to stay healthy and focused and motivated, and I think we're going in the right direction.
Overall, the women's group right now, you pleased with their progress?
I think the women are doing pretty well. It's two completely separate teams right now, with the men being older and a little more mature, and the women being a little bit younger and not quite as seasoned competitively. But right now, Maya continues to do very, very well. Vivian Brandhoff has stepped up and is throwing quite nicely. Laura Toldy in the high jump has gone pretty well, and we've got some young kids here and there like Destiny Lansden. She's improving each week, and I think by the end of the year she'll be very competitive. And our distance crew, especially the 800, 1500 contingent with Martina, Jenny, Julia, they're doing a very good job, and they're running a lot of distance now. So when they start doing more speed work, I think the times will really start to drop. So, all in all, I feel like we're in a good place. I feel like we're where we need to be right now. We're not in panic mode. As a coach, I'm always working with a sense of urgency, but definitely not panicked by any stretch. I feel like we're in a good place, and with some warm weather and some sunshine and a good competitive venue, I think we're poised to step up and do very well.
Went up to Cape Girardeau the past weekend with some individuals, get them some work under their belt. How'd you feel coming out of Cape?
Well, we won 14 events individually, which is what we set out to do. We didn't spread our team real thin because we are under a substantial training load, like I mentioned. So, we put our athletes in one event, maybe two at the most, let them kind of polish their trade a little bit, so to speak. And, we came out with 14 victories, and we came out with a lot of improvements over the season, and a lot of athletes that have moved up the conference rankings, which is ultimately what we're trying to do. So I felt like it was a successful outing, and, it was the first day I feel like we've seen the sun at a meet situation in a while, so it was nice to see the sunshine and feel a little warmth, and the kids really responded.
Yannick Shaley liked the sun. He's been put in the spotlight. He is the field athlete of the week in the American Athletic Conference. So I know it's all about the team, but it's good to see that individual honor there.
Yeah, it's really great to see Yanni get honored, because I mean the kid's he is an absolute pleasure to coach. He's a hard-working guy. He's very focused. He's very motivated, and he's really a great example, especially in that throws group, of how to do things the right way. I can always count on him to bring his A game when it counts, and he keeps getting better and better and better. And we've got some goals for this season, and I think he's on pace to do some damage.
Coach, you're going to have the weekend off as far as competition. You are going to obviously train this weekend. Going into this training week before you go to Auburn next week, you do have several athletes that have marks that would qualify for the NCAA East right now. So a chance for them to kind of train a little bit and then kick it up once you get to Auburn.
Yeah, this year is a little different for us because the conference meet is a week earlier than what we're used to having it. So recovery right now is very important because, as I said, we're training very hard. Sometimes less is more. Sometimes we need to compete, we need to polish, but at the same time we've got to have time where we can recover and let the muscles bounce back and make sure that mentally that they're engaged and they're motivated. And this is the right time for us to sit. It gives us a chance to refocus on our training, gives us a chance to heal up some nagging injuries, and it's just an opportunity to take a deep breath, to refocus on our training and gear up for Auburn, which will be coming up in about 9 or 10 days.
Yeah. Sounds good. Coach, congratulations on your results the last couple of weeks, and we'll catch up with you.
Thanks, Jeff.
That is Kevin Robinson. I'm Jeff Brightwell for the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.